Hey, this is Dragonite or Dragonify 101. This is a video response to interview with Satan on his views about the church. First off, I'd like to say this is very close to, if not is, a video that blasphemes a glorious one. Speaking harsh against any angel, good or bad, is it's a type of blasphemy. It's while it's forgivable, it's still sin, and it is also a sign of a false prophet. Read the books First John through Jude, um, things like that. I'm sure you can find it on Google if you search it. Um, Secondly, um, as far as the churches that disagree being together, I agree that we are separated. That is a problem, and Satan is working, but he's working with heresy. That's the number one problem. See, what about this? A Seventh day worshiper. Wouldn't he be a hypocrite if he worshipped on Sunday with Sunday worshipers on their Sabbath? He would be a hypocrite, right? Same with those who don't eat pork and that are commanded to abhor it. They have to separate themselves from that. And those of you that believe the doctrines of grace, the Calvinists, wouldn't you be hypocrites if you fellowshipped with the Arminians who deny each point of what you believe? It makes no sense. I agree that we need oneness, that we need to be together, but we have issues to work out. We before we come together. This is what we need. We need a council. We need some people to get together and settle on these issues so that we can come together and worship. Because right now, the church is just awful. And the problem in the church starts with sin, with heresy, and with a false gospel being preached. Churches do not preach propitiation. Propitiation is the core of the gospel. I mean, a lot of churchgoers probably never even heard that word. I didn't when I was a false convert. Most churches don't teach imputation, which is another key component of the gospel. And of course, particular atonement, the very nature of the atonement of Christ's finished work on the cross. These things need to be taught in churches. I mean, that's the core of everything. That and testing. If you claim to be saved and you're showing no fruit, I'm not going to believe you. Jesus said, "If you love me, you will obey my commandments." Are you obeying his commandments? These are the core problems in the church. It's not just the people who's not willing to fellowship because of differences. I'm not willing to go and fellowship with somebody who's bearing no fruit. I don't want to be around a person who claims Christ and lives like the world. In Romans it says that you blaspheme God among unbelievers because of this. And the scriptures say that blasphemy is misusing God's name because you're claiming it and then you're going off and acting like the world. And the scripture also says he will hold no one guiltless who blasphemes or who misuses the name of the Lord in Deuteronomy. So, you really have to consider some of these things. We have some major issues to work out with the church, and it begins with what it teaches. What is the church teaching about the gospel? We can get off into the other doctrines later, but right now the key issue is the gospel, because the pastors, they just don't know it. They don't know it. It's not even the gospel. And these pastors, we need to seriously pray for them, that they will be taken out of their places. Yes, taken out. I see false prophets in the Bible. One man in Kings, he comes out after false prophesying, and a bear comes out of the wood and attacks him. I see people praying for the destruction of false prophets in the scriptures. Galatians 1:8 says that they're anathema. Anathema meaning eternally condemned. Think about these things. That's the main problem in the churches. I mean, it sounds like I'm being harsh, but really I'm just being honest. That nobody knows the gospel. I mean, you have the Elevation Church. They don't teach propitiation. They don't do that. I mean, you have the what is it? The Joel Osteens and the you know, it's crazy. Then you have the Pelagians, and just crazy stuff. The open theism, the everything. And you got people teaching against the fall of man. What does the Bible say? We're evil from birth. Genesis 8:21. I mean, it's simple stuff. Just some major concerns we gotta work out. Thanks for watching. By the way, the video I'm responding to, the link is in the description below. So, thanks for watching. God bless.